this brings us to our bank transaction field. So first thing I see here is this one is sorted by description. I don't want that. I want it sorted by date. If I click on the date, it is now sorted on date wise. So first thing, we have two fund transfer from our two partners, 5,000 from Janet Baker and 10,000 from David Hudson. If we go back to our original client overview, which is this one, Janet Baker deposited 5,000 and David Baker deposited 10,000. So these are our capital investment. So let's create a transaction for this. What type of transaction are these? This is a deposit transaction. Who are the vendor or pay? Basically, no vendor or customer made this transaction. Our employees made this contribution to the company as capital investment. So we will add new. We will add them as our employees, as they are also our salaried employees. So first name is, last name is Baker. Hire date is 1st of October. Save. Now this is how we create a vendor, a customer, a employee on the fly. Let's select account. What are these? These are capital injections. So let's see if we have anything like that. Yes, we have a equity GL that is called capital injection by Janet Baker. We have another similar one for David Hudson as well. This is Janet's transaction. So let's select Janet Baker. This transaction is not associated with any product or service, i.e. inventory item. So all good to go. Let's add this. Again, we have a similar transaction, but this one is with Mr. David Hudson. What is this? A deposit. Who is our pay? We need to add new. This is our employee. His name is David. Last name is Hudson, and we have hired him since 1st of October. Save. David Hudson comes in automatically. Search capital. Capital injection by David Hudson. This is our equity, not associated with an inventory, and done. Notice there are a few repetitive transactions. What are these? These are bank charges. So every time we made a payment, we incurred a bank charge. As bank charges will be common transaction that will happen throughout our banking activities, let's create a rule to automatically categorize this transaction quickly. So bank charge, what we need to do here? We need to categorize them as an expense transaction. To whom did we pay this money? We paid this money to our bank. So our payee is our bank, ABC Bank. And what type of transaction is this? This is an expense transaction. What is this? This is bank charge. So let's select bank charge. Now notice we have few options here. We can add an attachment, we can create a rule, exclude this transaction, or go to transaction history. We can add an attachment, a receipt, or any attachment with this transaction. We can create a rule for this transaction. We can exclude this. If we exclude this line item in our bank sheet will be deleted. And categorization history, this one will show us nothing now, as this one is the first transaction of its kind. But whenever we go for categorizing the second transaction, it will show us in which GL we have booked this type of transactions previously. But we are interested in creating a rule. So let's select create rules. What is the name of this rule? This rule's name is bank check. This is a money out transaction, and this is applicable to all of our bank accounts. If we had multiple accounts, we have the option to choose between which bank account these rules applies to. For now, we select all bank accounts. This is the part where we test the logic of this rule. Our logic is, if bank text contains the words bank charge, then we want to apply this rule. Once the logic is satisfied, what will QuickBooks do? It will record a expense transaction. Category will be bank charge, so it will book it in our bank charge GL. It will not associate this with any inventory. Payee will be ABC Bank. We can add tag here as well. We can replace the bank memo with anything we like to add here, or we can keep both. If we tick mark this one, the original bank text will be there and our selected memo will be there. Let's save. Once the rule is saved, you can now see, let's sort it in description wise again. You can see all the bank charges are saying they have a matching rule, and this rule is correct. Pay is ABC Bank, account is bank charge, no association with our inventory items, memo is bank charge. Let's categorize all these transactions in one go. Select all the transaction that says bank charge and simply accept. Done. Now let's see what we have next. We have an inward payment from James Brown, and QuickBooks is saying that it has found a match. So what did we receive? We received 225 USD from James Brown. Let's go to our sales. James Brown has sent us $225. Let's see if we have any invoice for that. Yes, our first invoice 1001 was for $225. So this is a payment of that invoice. Select match, go to our customer center, reload. We can see here that this invoice is now paid and we have a payment journal that says close. Let's go to our payment journal. This is our journal. Let's click edit and here it says one online bank matches. So in bank transaction page under for review section we have the bank transaction that we haven't yet categorized. In categorize section we can find all that we have already categorized and we can see that we have categorized James Brown's payment. Now let's go to our for review section again. We have another payment collection from our customer Karuna and QuickBook has found a match 1002. Does it matches with our order sheet? Let's pull it side by side. This is our order catalog. 1002 is for 750. Let's go and 1002 is a match. Again, inward payment from Linda for $450. Let's see our match. It says invoice 1003. Let's open it in a new tab. Yes, this one is correct. Linda does owed us $450 and she has paid it. So this is a correct match. Next, we have a payment transaction to Aromala and we found 6 matches. What is the transaction? We have made a payment of 1000 USD to Aromaland. Let's go to our bills and Aromaland first bill was 1001 and this bill was due on 10th of October. So it is highly likely that we made this payment on the due date to Aromaland. Let's see what matches QuickBook has found for us. So first one is bill 101 that has an open balance for Aromaland. So this match is correct. So let's match this one. Next, we found another transaction of $1000 to Aromaland. But the QuickBook is saying that the pay is Barry's craft. Definitely that is wrong. So what we do, we see the matches and find Aromaland invoice 1002 is our highly likely payment amount for this one. So let's check it. Yes, this one is correct. Now we need to add this. Let's match it with Aromaland. Bill number 1002. Another payment to Aromaland for $1000 and we have only one invoice open from Aromaland. So it is this one. So let's match this one. Now we have 3 payment to Barry's Craft and 3 matches found. Let's see. We have 3 open invoices of Barry's Craft. So this one is paid on 10th. Let's see which one was due on 10th. Go to our bills again. 101 was due on 10th. So this is a payment of 101 match. Payment of 102 match. Payment of 103. Yes, this one is right. Payment of 103 match. Now online fund transfer to Computer City. We did bought 2 computers from Computer City. Let's pull in the bill. This is our Computer City bill. It was due on 15th of October and on 15th of October we did pay to Computer City. So it is a payment of bill number CC003. On 30th October we paid Howard Baker for our rent and our utility. Let's see our bills again. Howard Baker's bill 350 and it was due on 30th October. So this is a correct match. We paid our bookkeeper $300. This is the bill. Open a new tab. This one is right. It was due on 30th. So we paid this one. And now we see another transaction here. Bank details says online debit card payment to Intuit QuickBooks and it has found a match payment of this bill from QuickBooks. Open that bill. This one is a bill from QuickBooks for $200 and it was due on 1st of October and we have paid QuickBooks the same amount. So this is a correct bill. Journal entry 5. So this makes sense. So let's match it. All our bank transactions are now recorded.